Alright folks, well here's a little update on the completely polyphonic keyboard thing I'm working on. So at this point, you're looking at the 32 note single voice prototype on all the different circuit boards, and here's a Korg tuner for scale. Hope that helps you out. Okay, so what we got here, it's now running on MIDI. So here is one of these Orgomatech 32 note MIDI drivers from France, and I had to change out the driver chips because it was the reverse polarity of what I needed. I needed positive going outputs, so I swapped in 8-channel source drivers in there and had to go in and reverse the power leads just on those chips, but worked perfectly. Okay, and here's the wonderful keying board. This is all done with PanCon connectors, and still a lot of wiring, but it's doable, and I think as I revise things I can make it neater. I mean, this is the first time I've gone through this, and first time I've ever designed circuit boards, so all the circuit boards you're seeing here, this is the first time I've ever done them. Okay, here is the master oscillator board. I mean, you can't see, but these are all separate boards here. This one is two 4016 chips, and this is a prototype. I've been experimenting with different values. Like here's another one that has bigger caps and smaller pots in it, and I found that this works much better to have smaller caps and bigger value pots. Otherwise the tuning tends to pull, the oscillators inside pull on each other and I can't get them to tune right, but this works well. But that's not the way it's supposed to look. Okay, here's the board that could be most improved. This is the divider board, and this does not use the 4024s because I'm not trying to get that many notes out of it. This is using the, what is it, 4520 divider chip, and there's 6 of them in there, times 6, with each one doing 2 notes, so there's 6 notes, 6 chips times 2, so there's 12 notes. These are the inhibit lines. These are the from the master oscillator coming in. And then my favorite board of all is this one under here, where you can see all the audio notes coming in, 32 notes coming in. This is the combination power supply, audio mixer, and vibrato unit, all on that board. So now this whole thing is being run off of my little micro Korg, and 32 note. I still have a problem with the volume dropping on groups. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but so that's that. Now here in this mess, I mean, trust me, it's in there, and it's easy to neaten it up, of course, when everything's panel mounted. But I'm going to turn on the arpeggiator on the synthesizer, and I'm just going to play. Oops. There. Okay. So there's square wave. I'm going to turn that down. And here's the sort of triangle, sort of sine. You can see it changes from bass to treble. These are 4 passive filters on the board. Each group of 8 notes goes to a separate little filter. And interestingly, if you overdrive the triangle converters, look what happens. It starts to resonate. So because they're available simultaneously, you can turn down triangle and turn up square and get any blend you want. Which I think is kind of neat. Okay, I'm going to stop the arpeggiator, and I'm going to well, no, I'll keep it going. I'll just, no, let's try some different notes. There. I'm going to turn down the tempo. And show that the vibrato with vibrato speed. And you can turn the depth way up and distort it beyond recognition. And so on. And that's with the vibrato all the way off. Turn that off. Now, just for people's curiosity, here is a blank depth-fur Eurorack panel. I think this is 42 width, and if you notice, all the boards will fit in that depth. I mean, as far as the height of the board, you see that? Now the cabling is going to be a problem, but it'll fit in there, you know, behind there. And if I use something other than telephone cable, I'll be able to, you know, make that a lot smaller, but so far I haven't found anything that I would like as much because I like the color coding and I'm so used to working with it. And it's designed with voltage regulators here so that it can be powered from a Eurorack system or a Paya or Blasset system on either 15 or 12 volts coming in. Either way, it'll work. So that's my ultimate goal, is to get it all behind a panel and rack mount it. So as of January 21st, 2019, that's the state of the Polyphonic keyboard project.